Okay, so I just reached size limit. I normally don't record 4K videos except for now this YouTube videos. I'm surprised there was a size limit for the cell phone, which is approximately over 10 minutes. Okay, so I was talking about camera and it stopped. So the cameras are good for regular taking pictures. They are also okay-ish. Another good side is speaker, and again, I don't have much negative to say. I was expecting very low quality sound coming from this, but actually it was quite good. So um, let me just open up uh, a video with some voice, and I'm going to increase it to 100%, and it was quite good for such a small device. This is both front facing speakers, so that might be one advantage. Many laptops have speakers like underneath, bottom facing, and etc. And that might be why some sound quality is lost. The sound is for me quite um, quite loud enough to fill a room if it is quiet. So it's more than enough. Even if I go to another room, I can still listen to the sound. So let me uh, shut up and play it a bit. Bir de baktım ki o da ne? Sürü sürü bir sürü şive. Toplanmış geliyorlar bir oynaya inime. I think it is quite good. Yeah, it's not very loud, but the quality is okay. So their speakers can be louder, but lower quality. So of course it doesn't have too much of a bass and anything, but I think it's nice. Again, there is not much negative I will say anything about that. Now, in terms of connectivity, that's where the negativity pretty much comes in. You have this headphone jack. That's actually a plus, so you can listen to a headphone and while connected to something else. And one USB Type C port. I think it is generation 2. That's what the um, Wikipedia page says. I haven't really used it with the dongle. I purchased a dongle, which I do not have right now. The charging is done by this proprietary Windows adapter part. This has this little light on it. If it basically is connected and charging, it has a magnet in it, so it basically snaps in there. And the magnet part is good because if by chance you just pull it, it's not going to pull the entire laptop. I cannot say, sorry, the tablet. So that's another thing actually, is the tablet or laptop. We will talk about it later. I cannot say the same thing, of course, with the USB port because it is much firmer, so it's gonna come bring the tablet with itself. So on the other side, there is pretty much nothing. You don't see the kickstand because I'm using the covers stand over here, and that's a major drawback. There's one more thing that's again you don't see. Yeah, I have to take it out from the cover. There's a micro SSD slot, so yes, you can expand the storage there at the back, and that's it. So in other words, for real connectivity, you have only one port. This port, if you connect it to a dongle, can actually serve as display output as well. I haven't really tested it again either, but I believe that it's not, however, Thunderbolt, so it's not the very fast version of Type-C connections. And that's the drawback. You have to carry a dongle. So again, comparing to a laptop of this price point, it will come at least with a couple of USB ports, usually now USB 3.0 at least, and will come with some HDMI, anything like video connectivity. So this will help greatly with the practicality, because you don't need to carry any dongles. It will come even with Ethernet port. So this only has wireless internet. It is fine, but it's wireless only. It's not the same as wired, I would say, if you want to download something at a faster rate. So yeah, I guess I have now covered almost all the positive sides. Now, one negative side is also the one reason why you would consider such a device. It's the Windows. So Windows, even though it has this, I'm using it in the regular mode, it has this tablet mode. When I click on tablet mode, the buttons are like getting larger, as you see, and instead of having a wallpaper, if I minimize this, which I don't know how to do, see? So I can close it. I guess I can, yeah, that's how I minimize. See, I don't even know that. So you have to, in order to close this, you have to, well, apparently, again, I just noticed that if you like do something like that, there is this close button, but I didn't know this before. So see, this experience is not something that I'm familiar with, and it doesn't really add up much. Yeah, I have this start buttons that I have loaded here, always in front of my eyes, but so what? I'm not a very shortcut person anyway. So I end up basically using the regular desktop mode more, because I'm more familiar with it. And here's the thing, Windows is still not good for touch purposes. So see the buttons, and this is actually a kind of enlarged button layout, is quite small, and it is even smaller if I need to like select multiple things. So if I have for example these files, so you see I want to, let's say, select 2 files or 3 files. I selected it. How am I going to select another one? So if I click on it or make a long click on it, yeah, it doesn't. So I have to go to the control, and control means I have to, this is something like an accessibility. So you have this keyboard in all versions of Windows. I have to open it and then select something maybe here first, and then like control and maybe select this. Does it work? Control? Yeah, now it worked. Now it worked. Okay. But as you see, this takes a lot of space if you want to do it that way. Another thing is the right click is a longer push. But yeah, you push longer and then a menu comes in. Sometimes, yeah, I just accidentally left click on it even if I wanted to. And there is one more option here. So I want to click on it, and sometimes I accidentally click on the menu there. So Windows is not touch friendly even in 2019, and I don't know if tablet mode would have made a difference. To be honest, I don't use it like that much. But let's see if I can select. No, I can't again select it. So there is this little check mark there. If I can like make a very precise touch on it, I can select multiple items, but it's such a small icon, you know. It needs to be much larger icon, that check mark box, in order for me to select multiple things. There are also buttons here, but again, so none of them are satisfactory for me for robust usage. So you actually need to have a keyboard with a touchpad on it. The thing is, again, due to the cover, I can't use it. So this means this is actually a natural part of this device, which is, however, sold separately. The eBay, not eBay, the Best Buy people said that, oh, you gotta purchase this because it's what you need to use it, and I kind of didn't believe it. I just thought that they were just trying to make a sale over there with the cover, so I didn't purchase it. And afterwards, I had to order it from the internet. Yes, you need this. Otherwise, it is slightly more portable, and if I had the keyboard here, as you see, I wouldn't be able to get the screen closer to me to the edge of this stand or table, but now I am very reduced in my typing something. So each time I have to type on this thing, and it's not fast. I mistype things. It's nothing compared to a mechanical keyboard or a physical keyboard. It's not a mechanical button. So I think this video is going to soon end, but that's a general, at least a software-based downside, and it's a Microsoft device sold with Microsoft software. So Microsoft, according to my experience, is not suitable as a tablet experience. Now, if it were an exact two-in-one with the foldable keyboard, there are portables like that, that would be another story. You would just touch or watch something. There would be a tent mode, right, for all these other devices you can use in different shapes and such, and you would also have an attached keyboard, but keyboard is sold separately, and it's a big downside. Okay, so the major, however, downside in terms of hardware, so the Windows was a software part, major downside is actually the CPU. The CPU is slow, and I feel that slow speed whenever I use YouTube or anything else. So I tried to game on this, and I'm going to, I guess the video is going to end. I'm going to open the game that I use, as you kind of predict. It's Hearthstone, so that's what I play. And I can play Hearthstone at the lowest setting with this resolution. In fact, I couldn't arrange the resolution because 1800 by 1200 wasn't among the options, so I had to go to the text file of